there's that women's 1500 metres start list. And of course, a lot of attention upon Georgia Bell, Hunter Bell as she is now, although I've just been putting her into search engines and she still comes up as Georgia Bell. 4:07.05, her season's best, but she's worth a little bit better than that because her outdoor best for 1500 metres, 3:52 is the British record. That was in the Olympic Games last year. She's of course the Olympic bronze medalist. She took a silver over 1500 metres in Rome last summer at the European Championships. The world indoor record is 3:53.09. That was by Gudav Segai in Yerevan 4 years ago. I commentated in that race and I was flabbergasted because she went out at suicidal pace. I think her first lap was 58 or something, and I remember being a little bit disparaging about it, and I regret that now, and I'd apologise if you like 4 years late, because it was bonkers. It was like a bloke going out in a 1500 in 52 and breaking the world record.
Did the other night though as well. It's no way that the Ethiopians seem to race. They just go out and then kind of just hang on and tie up. And I think what we've just seen there with the men's 1000, you know, when you get a beautifully judged paced race, then we can see the likes of Alex Bottrell finishing like a train, and the strength of Neil Gourley. But yeah, this is going to be an exciting race.
Sarah Healy there, we just saw, she's in fabulous form, the Irish 24-year-old. There is Georgia Hunter Bell, the Olympic bronze medalist, the European silver medalist, UK 1500 champion last year. Her 10 fastest times ever at 1500 metres came last year. Her top 5 800 times ever came last year. There is Fedra Aldana Luna of Argentina. Her best 4:12 in Sabadell a couple of years back. She hasn't run a 1500 this year. Gemma Finch, great young athlete there. And the 27-year-old best of 4:16. That was this year, as a month or so ago in Sheffield. Ava Lloyd, just 19 years old, 4:21 this year. Can she set a personal best here today? It's 4:19 at the moment indoors. And Maddie Dedman, well, she's a 4:23 performer indoors. That was a year ago, almost a year ago to the day, her first 1500 of the winter. But it is a worry that there's pacemakers for only 600 metres. And I know some people aren't great fans of pacemakers, but the fact is that nearly all races these days are set up with pacemakers. And I guess to compare like for like, you need to be running in a race with pacemakers if you're going to chase records. So Georgia Bell has got to go out aggressively here. She needs this first lap to be about 31.5. The pacemaker, Elena Strevens, is a 4:19 athlete. That was in Reykjavik, funnily enough, in Iceland a couple of weeks ago. She's only 18 years old. Georgia Bell needs to absolutely focus here on the back of Strevens and then go for it mid-race, but save enough for those last couple of laps.
I mean, bang on pace in 31.56 from Strevens at the front, and that is exactly where they would want to be after 200 metres. They just need to keep it going, and you've got to remember that Sarah Healy, her personal best is only half a second slower than Hunter Bell's indoor. This is not Georgia's race completely. It's going to be very, very tough.
But Sarah Healy has been in fantastic form, the Irish 24-year-old. Just 2 3000s this year, 4th in Boston a couple of weeks back in 8:35. And then the Millrose Games, a national record last week. That was much quicker. She ran 8:30. So she is strong. We know that about Sarah Healy of Ireland. She's tucked in there in 3rd place behind Georgia Bell. They come now to 5 laps to run. 1,000 to go. 1:19 there as they go through. Really need Strevens to do a great job for as far as she can here. As you said, 31 that first 200. Didn't get the 400 metre split.
Well, 62.79.
1:35.72 at 600 metres. It is just about right, as long as this next lap is around 31.5. I think about now is the time Georgia Bell has got to start pushing on, because it slowed a little bit, I think, that last 100.
Yeah, it's not as quick as Witelji ran the other night at the World Indoor Tour, and I think Bell here just looks as if she's cutting her stride a bit. She needs to get around the outside now and start to push this pace. So 2:09.87 at 800, that's around 5 seconds slower than they ran the other night.
It's not quick enough, that's almost 2:10. She really has got to attack this one. I'm not sure she's a natural front runner. She's a great racer. 3 laps to go. Goes through there in about 2:26.5, 2:27. Still got Sarah Healy for company. Over 1,500 metres. Georgia Bell is significantly quicker. But is this going to come down to strength? And if it is, I would quite like to see Healy go past her now, maybe. I'm not sure Healy's got a super fast finish. Is this turning into a race rather than a record chase?
Well, they're probably on for around 4:03, 4:04 pace at the moment. I mean, they're just a bit slower than what they would have expected, but you can see the crowd and Keely Hodgkinson on the inside there just spurring on her two training partners, and Bell at the front will have to push on, and Sarah Healy will latch on the back of her as well.
Well, just over 300 to run, and the record, I think, is not going to go. They'll need to run these last two laps in 30 seconds each, and they just haven't accelerated enough. Georgia Bell looks like she's more concerned with beating Healy, a metre behind her, than she is with running any record here today, and there's nothing wrong than that. Winning is a great habit to have. She won the Milrose Games Mile. She goes through there in 3:31. She's got to run 28 for this last circuit. It's not going to happen. Although she lengthens her stride now and eases away. As I go through the bell, you can hear they're fully 60, 70 metres behind. 200 metres to run. 3:45 there. She's got to blast this last 100. It's going to be tight. Can she run about 14 flat for this last 100? 50 to go. Healy hanging on, but it's 6 metres down. The clock ticking away. It's going to be just outside 4 minutes. She finished like an absolute rocket the last 150, but she lost it in the middle of the race. You just need more aggression if you're going to break records, and you're at the front of the race, and it wasn't quite there. Brilliant run from Georgia Bell. It was indeed a new personal best indoors for her by some 3 seconds, but just not quite enough to get that elusive British record of Laura Muir.
She gave it a real go though, didn't she? I tell you what, I thought with 400 metres to go, that record had run away with her. But then she just rallied. When she heard the bell, she literally did hear the bell, Georgia Bell Hunter, and put the foot down. But that last lap, she just gave herself too much to do, unfortunately. I think you're right, you could just see when the pacemaker did drop off, it was those middle couple of laps when the pacemaker had dropped off, that they just fell into the wrong sort of rhythm. And I think she was kind of hoping that Sarah might be able to take some of it, but that's not the way you can run. You know, Sarah Healy was holding on for dear life, and you saw the gap that was created in that final lap from Georgia Hunter Bell. The cadence was there, she was piling the pressure on, but really, really sad that she missed it by such a short space of what it was, 0.5, just over half a second.
Sarah Healy was dragged to a massive personal best. I mean, she's had a wonderful indoor season so far. 4:01.62 for her in second place, and as we expected, third place was way down, over 10 seconds back, Ava Lloyd.
Yeah, no lights. I mean, I know we were talking about pace lights as well. I think it is. Look, if you're going to win records, yes, you do have to do the hard work yourself. You can't just rely on a pacemaker hanging on the coattails for as long as possible. But, you know, I think to do an awful lot, that's a tough time trial to try and chase. But it also does show you, and we reiterate again, how tough that British record is. It is there on 10th on the all-time list.
And it's the second fastest time in the world this year. Let's not forget that either. You know, we mustn't disparage what was a brilliant run just inside 4:01. So she has run very fast, Georgia Hunter Bell. Personal best and the second fastest time in the world this year. How can we diss that?
Yeah, remarkable run. Sarah Healy, just a huge personal best too. I don't know, she probably was around about 29 high for that final 200 metres,
yeah,
I think.
To be. Yeah, I mean, I think
to get. So I think she was really brave, even just going after it and getting so close. And yeah, I got an Irish record, which is nice.
Absolutely amazing to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Sarah, Irish record holder. Congratulations to you, Sarah. And let's bring over Georgia now. Hello, Georgia. Congratulations. Sit yourself down here. You've earned it. Massive congratulations. Just a second away from the record.
Yeah, I think it just puts into perspective how good Laura Muir is. Like, she's run a second faster. That was hard work. So I'm happy with front running that. I think my coach just said it's second fastest time in the world this year. So hopefully I will be able to break that one day, just not today.
Did you feel that it was close? When did you think to yourself, oh, this could be on today?
You're kind of trying to keep track of the laps, but it's a lot of math, 7 laps. So I kind of had an idea And then Jen was shouting that we were 2 seconds down at one point, so I knew I needed to get back on it, and yeah, I knew it was going to be close either way.
Well, I couldn't think of a more fitting race to end. Absolutely amazing. I know the crowd here absolutely loved it. I'm going to, greatest honour to present you with this crown. Massive congratulations. Big round of applause, please, for Georgia, everybody. And let's bring in Keely as well, of course, our queen. Keely, come around here. What a fantastic way to end the event, yeah?
I know, I couldn't think of a greater way than Miss Georgia Hunter-Bell right here. Yeah, thank you everyone for coming out and supporting. I really hope you've enjoyed it. It means a lot. Everyone's still coming and turning up, and I hope everyone's enjoyed it. Yeah, thank you so much.
I think it's fair to say we've all enjoyed ourselves, haven't we? We really have. Shall we do it again next year?
I hope so, if y'all still come back.
I think I'll be free. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up once again, of course, for Georgia and our queen, that's Keely!